They gave us like a sandbox and let us just kind of play on this project. Master your skill set, worry about the gear later. The gear isn't going to make you a great filmmaker. The gear is they're just tools.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Creators Channel. I am very excited to have Danny Shepherd here. You may know Danny from his awesome work over at Ismahawk. Danny is a stunt coordinator. Danny is an editor. Danny is a visual effects artist. Danny is an actor. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about what you do and what is Ismahawk?
Thank you for that. I'm jack of all trades, master of none, right? But yeah, I'm a filmmaker. I started out as an actor. I learned how to edit and I learned how to do visual effects. Basically, everything I learned how to do was so I can be an actor. But as I've continued my filmmaking career, I found that I've fallen into directing more, and I truly feel the most passionate about that. It's been really cool to be able to, work on a bunch of different projects and like see them come to life. And I think like being in that role is the thing that is the most fulfilling for me at the moment, but I love doing all of it.
I think you having all the experience, like you're saying, of editing and visual effects and everything, and then choosing the path of a director probably makes you a better director.
I know that it's made my job directing easier, because I feel like a director's job is, you gotta need to know a little bit about what everybody does, so you can properly communicate what the vision is to them and make sure that they're capable of doing their job. We started Ismahawk as, a YouTube channel primarily as a kind of a means to an end to get us to our dream of making movies and television and actually being able to work as professionals in film. Luckily, our channel was a really amazing launch pad for us and kind of launched us into, we were working on a bunch of projects for our channel, and eventually we were able to kind of start taking on more independent freelance jobs, and it's kind of just opened us up for a lot of really cool stuff.
What is like your day-to-day work like?
Day-to-day, it changes all the time. Sometimes I'm doing visual effects, sometimes we're planning out shoots for like different music videos or action scenes. So yeah, day to day, it kind of changes. Like we were just working on the new Death Battle. They're not only like super cool dudes, they're really easy to work with and a lot of fun to work with. They gave us a lot of creative flexibility because they have they're the parameters that we need to work within. They gave us like a sandbox and let us just kind of play on this project. So that was huge. And Jeremy and I, my business partner and cinematographer, we were literally like constantly working on visual effects over the past like 5-6 months, and that was like literally what our day-to-day looked like, just visual effects.
For this one project that you're doing with? Wow, dude, you guys have done awesome work. I have no doubt the response is going to be awesome. It's a guarantee.
Thank you, man. There's ProductionCrate assets in there for sure.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool. Yeah. I can't sing the praises of the group of people, the passionate team of people I work with enough, because I just be a kid sitting in front of my computer, trying to make videos by myself without them. I'd still be where I was when we started Ismahawk in 2012.
Talking about like the start of Ismahawk and your co-founder Jeremy Lee, you guys started this like 10 years ago, right?
I always consider it was July of 2012 when we made our first like Nightwing versus Red Hood fight. For some reason, still has 4 million views, constantly getting views to this day. It's literally me as Nightwing, and then Jeremy is literally in front of the camera with Red Hood, with the Red Hood costume, and then he jumps behind the camera to like work the camera. And that was the first time he ever even held a camera. Really? And that was what we consider the true beginning of Ismahawk.
I watched it again today. Solid, it's definitely not bad, but I love seeing that video, and then just right afterwards watching the latest videos you guys have done and just seeing the growth in that period. We
didn't have a lot of resources, and so we've been kind of like just honing our craft, and then the resources kind of just come along. So anybody out there, obviously I'm sure there's a lot of up and comers listening to this. It's like, master your skill set, worry about the gear later. The gear isn't going to make you a great filmmaker. The gear is they're just tools.
Talking about the Nightwing series, so that was around 2014, you said, right?
We shot it in 2013. So Kickstarter at the end of 2012, and then it took us until 2014 to actually be able to release it.
Wow. Most web series, even from popular creators with millions of subscribers, I feel like they're lucky if they break 1 million views on any one video. Like if for some reason, the standalone videos, they always do better, guaranteed. But the Nightwing series, I mean, you were you got good views on those videos. People watch
Still can't believe it.
Love it.
I remember talking to the director of the Nightwing series about it, and I was like, man, honestly, like I think we'll be lucky if we, can get 100,000 views on each episode. If we can get 100,000 views each episode, I feel like it's a success, and we should be really proud of that. And he was like, okay, yeah, sure, we'll shoot for higher, but like that's good to know. We don't want to get our hopes up. And then the first episode got 100,000 views, and I was like,
wow.
I was like, what happened? But I'm very grateful. It seems like the fans have really received it. It's always been my dream to be able to play a superhero and stuff like that. And the fact that audience not only accepted me as that character, but like have such passion for the series even after all this time. It's just a truly humbling and amazing and wonderful thing that even after all these years, people are like, put on the costume again, come back as Nightwing. It's like...
What was the next big project after you finished the Nightwing series?
After the Nightwing series, we kind of like ran into a wall a little bit. We were like, okay, so like what now? Like this has been our pet project for the last 2 years. We've spent, all of our time and all of our money and resources on it. So we kind of hit a wall. Like, oh, what are we gonna do now? I think I had like $500 left in my account. And I was like, what if we did like a Weapon 11 Deadpool versus Deadpool video and see how that did? And so put the last 500 into that project, bought the best costumes I could afford, and we choreographed it and literally took like 6-7 hours and went out and shot it in like some like water duct area in Vegas. And it didn't do that well in the beginning. And I was like, I was super disappointed. I was like, I feel like there's something to this versus thing. We should maybe keep pulling that thread. All of a sudden, the Ryan Reynolds movie gets announced. It was like 6 months after the video came out, but after it was like at 100,000 views and kind of like capped around like a little over 100,000. And then all of a sudden, the Ryan Reynolds movie came out and it freaking exploded. It like launched, and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So now I think that video is at like 19 million views.
That's an important note for a lot of creators. Like, you have these high expectations and then maybe it doesn't happen right away. Like, cool, like let it do its thing. You never know what's going to happen.
You're 100% right. Like for anybody out there who's a filmmaker, like if you create your work and you put it out, like it could pop off at any moment.
And then I think maybe that kicked off the mini matchups, yeah, which also did extremely well. And it's almost a trope to do the matchups, right? Like the Flash versus Quicksilver, but everybody still wants to see it. You're able to make this stuff for the internet, like decent budget and obviously really good quality that people get to watch. You're not just talking about it on a forum, you actually get to see the fight happen.
People always ask us if we're going to be continuing that series. The answer is we're not. It was a lot of fun, but I think like the thing about being an online creator is that we kind of want to follow our creative journey. And obviously we were in our early 20s when we did all that stuff. And it's like now we want to kind of start creating our own stuff and really pushing the limits of what we can do. If we're going to be doing versus matchups, like it's going to be partnered with Death Battle because they have a lot of the resources that allow us to facilitate the best possible productions. You know what I mean? So, and that's why I'm really excited for this Red Hood versus Winter Soldier project, because I feel like it's the culmination of everything we learned on the Nightwing series and the minute matchups and all the independent freelance projects that we've been working on. As far as action goes, it really is one of my favorite projects we've worked on. So I hope when you check it out, I hope you like it, and I hope the rest of the
I have no doubt. I don't think
it.
I've seen anything that you guys have done that I haven't enjoyed. So
man,
yeah,
thank you.
It's a guarantee for sure.
When we did Nightwing versus Daredevil, the first collaboration, obviously they were more hands-on because they didn't know what we were going to do. They didn't know if they how much they would have needed to manage us, and we built a lot of trust and rapport on that one. We kind of wanted to take a different approach to content creation and how we are producing our work, because it was getting really, for a while, it was getting very hard to maintain. So by partnering with different brands like Death Battle or Smosh Games or Mari Takahashi, who we've been collaborating a lot with lately, it's given us the opportunity to create content in a new and kind of different way. And it's exciting. And I'm excited to, hopefully continue sharing that journey with everybody who cares.
We do have a couple rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Awesome.
I'm ready.
Who is the best Robin?
Are we saying Robin, or are we saying person who has held the mantle of Robin? Sorry, I know it's rapid fire, but...
We're saying person who has held the mantle of Robin.
Dick Grayson.
Okay, hands down.
Yeah.
What is your favorite all-time superhero movie?
Currently is The Dark Knight. I know it's cliche, but Captain America Winter Soldier is a close second. So much inspiration from that went into our Winter Soldier fight with Red Hood. So
Yeah, for sure. DC or Marvel? I had to.
I feel like it's going to create
I can cut this out, but I just had to put you on the spot.
For me, DC only because Batman is my ride or die and has been since I was 2 years old. So
I feel like even Marvel fans have to respect that answer. What is your favorite cereal?
Man, you really hit me with the. You're hitting me with the hard ones
curveball.
today. Hitting me with the hard ones today. As a kid, it was Lucky Charms.
Okay.
But I'm a big fan of Honey Nut Cheerios.
How high can you jump?
Not like a basketball player or anything, but I can jump decently high.
Get off the ground.
I got some slight hops.
You do some of your own stunts, not all of it, but what is the like most difficult or maybe the stunt that you're most impressed by that you have done?
So in Nightwing the series, episode 3, there's a part where Deathstroke is beating the hell out of me. I had to jump through a fake foam door, and we could not get the shot right. So I had to do it myself. I had to jump through this wall and just hit asphalt, just every time. And every single time I was fine, except for one time I jumped out and I banged my elbow on the door frame I was jumping through. And that's actually the take we use. I actually hit the ground and go, oh, and you kind of see me kind of like clench my arm for a second, then let go because I'm like, oh no, don't break character.
Yeah.
So you can actually see it's in the series. I'm like, oh, kind of like roll over. Yeah, I was legitimately in pain.
So you go to a restaurant, it could be like a Thai restaurant, and they ask you spicy level 1 through 10. What do you say?
6. And those spice levels aren't joking around. Like 10 will kill me. Yeah. And I'm pretty good with spice, but I feel like 6 is a good 6 or 7.
So you're in a situation where you have no choice but to battle either 30 squirrels or 3 full-grown mountain goats, and these are the ones with like the curly horns and stuff. Which would you pick?
The squirrels.
30 squirrels, just man.
Pop, 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 pop. It would be like I would be like Neo in the Matrix, dude.
You'd have to be to fight 30 squirrels. What's the best place to follow you and see the videos you've made?
You can watch all of our videos, youtube.com/Ismahawk. So you can see all of our work on there. And then if you want to, kind of stay in the loop, you can follow us on Instagram at Ismahawk on Instagram. You can follow me personally at Danny Shepherd. Whatever social medias you like best. I think we're most active on Instagram and Twitter. So yeah, there you go.
Creators, what we're going to do is we're going to do a cut down video. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're seeing the cut down version of my interview with Danny, but we are going to have a full uncut version on podcast. So if you have Apple Podcast or Google or Spotify, you'll be able to find the full podcast there. And I guarantee we had to cut out some very, very good stuff. So make sure to find it there. Danny, thank you so much, man. It was really good to finally connect with you after all these years. And yeah, huge fan. Love the work you're doing. And let's collaborate on something and talk again.
Likewise, Chris. I'm a big fan of what you guys do at Production Crate. You guys make some amazing content and amazing products. Like, it's been great finally getting a chance to talk to you. So yeah, likewise, man. I'm looking forward to hopefully collaborating in the future.
Awesome, Danny. Have a great day, man.
Likewise, man. Take it easy.